Hi there, church family. We just wanted to share a little bit of news with you about our plans for the future. As some of you already know, we've shared it with one or two. Nicola and I and Edward and Florence are going to be leaving Crawley and moving to Derbyshire this summer to be closer to Nicola's dad as he gets older. We want to be able to be closer to him as he begins to get older, become more vulnerable, and need more care and support from us. So we believe now's the right time for us to make that decision. It's been hard for us to get to this point, not because the decision to move to support Nick's dad is difficult. We're convinced that now is the right time and the right place to do that, but because as an elder, I have the privilege and the responsibility of caring for the local church family here in Crawley, and it's hard for me to step away from that. We arrived in Crawley almost by accident in 2013, having unexpectedly left Italy where we were living at the time, and since then we have felt very much welcomed and made to feel at home here in Crawley, and particularly in Crawley Community Church, and honoured by the trust and the confidence placed in us by accepting me as an elder of the church family here. But since last year, Richard and Rachel have left to plant a church in Banbury, and Joe and Amy have been released from eldership in order to focus on their move to Paris. So for us to leave too now might seem like we're walking out just when we're most needed. But God has really blessed us as a local church over the last few months, as we've seen people come into positions of leadership, and the wider leadership team has become strengthened, which I believe has made it possible for a smaller eldership team to lead the church into its next phase of growth and the next exciting phase of what God has for it post-COVID. We are completely confident in God's plan for Crawley Community Church and for us as a family. We don't know all that the future has for us as a family or for the local church here, but we do know that God works all things together for good for those who loves him, as it says in Romans. So we can look forward confidently and with joy and excitement to everything that God has for us in the future.
So just to fill you in on some of the practicalities of our move and timings, we did a little bit of house hunting, COVID style, over the last couple of months. We found a house a few weeks ago in a village called Etwall, between Burton-on-Trent and Derby, and we've made an offer and that's been accepted, and currently we're just going through the process now of purchasing that house, which is really exciting for us. I have kind of accidentally got myself a job, looked tentatively, found something, thought I'd give it a bit of a go, and got the job, which is really exciting. So I'm going to start after Whitsun, working for a charity in Derby. They very generously said that I can work from home until we've actually relocated, which is fantastic. So we're aiming for June, July, holding that very lightly because, you know, many of you will be aware that house sales can be tricky at times. In terms of ebb and flow, we're going to be about an hour and a half from Florence in Leeds, which is lovely for us, even though she's off to Spain in September for a year. But that would be nice to be closer to her, very close to my sister and where my dad is, which is great. And it's going to be a great opportunity for Ed because it puts him close to lots of universities and industry. He's going to take a year out to work and think about what courses he might like to do September 2022. So Ed's really invested in the move. He's excited, nervous about new starts, as we all are, but excited. And we're looking forward to knitting into another church and making friends. We've started to look at a few services online, no commitments made yet, but we're excited about the possibility that brings too. So I think from a practical point of view, that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah. So we will keep you posted, obviously, with dates and timings, although that's a bit flexible at the moment. And in terms of the eldership side, then that's something that as a team we'll make sure that we that we communicate clearly over the next few weeks. But in the meantime, we'd really value your prayers for us as a family. But also we will be praying with you for the future, for the eldership team, for Steve and for Justin and for Dave, and for the new guys that are coming into the leadership roles as well, that it's going to be a real opportunity of blessing for Crawley Community Church. We're going to miss you. We love you guys, but we're really excited about what God has for the future. So thank you for letting us share this with you, and bless you.